streaming. All right, here we go. Did that work? Hopefully it worked. I see two coaches in here, Coach Jones and Coach Brian. What's up? Real quick, let me go ahead and send out another email. Ooh, this was... Go ahead and send this out. All right, Coach Jones, thank you. Good Lord, this was... I was sitting here for 15 minutes by myself, talking to myself. Hope y'all are having a good Sunday. Coach Joy, y'all are having you can't hear me? A good Sunday. Coach Joy, y'all are having you can't hear me? Just trying to get this thing working. All right. There is a little bit of lag with this for us, a little bit. Hopefully not much. All right. There is a little bit of lag with this for us, a little bit. Hopefully not much. All right. Thank y'all for joining, by the way, while we wait on a couple more coaches to come in, or if my email works. I mean, I'm glad it works right now, so I know it's live. I think the problem was that I went private instead of unlisted, because I don't want this for everybody. So I thought you could do private. I guess not. So I know what to do next time. While we wait, how's everybody's install? Have y'all done installation yet or anything? Have you been getting in scrimmages? We just had our first scrimmage yesterday. It was all right. Some good things, some bad things. I'm glad it wasn't our first game, but it could have been better, a lot better, actually. I saw some things we need to clean up and everything. You know how that goes. All right, just sending out some emails. We're going to wait just a couple more minutes, see if more coaches come up. Can y'all still hear me and everything? We're going to wait just a couple more minutes, see if more coaches come up. Can y'all still hear me and everything? We're going to wait just a couple more minutes, see if more coaches come up. Can y'all still hear me and everything? We're going to wait just a couple more minutes. See if more coaches come up. Can y'all still hear me and everything? We're going to wait Dang, Coach Jones. Washington State, I hear you, man. So are you a Washington State fan or a Washington fan? Or Oregon? Which one is it? And you still got to wait 10 more days? That's crazy. Did you have any time with your kids, or did you not see them at all? Because I think some states you can't see them at all until once school starts, which is nuts. Just checking email one more time. Oregon State. You're one of the few people I know that likes Oregon State. So what do you think about Mike Riley becoming a consultant? That's got to be the craziest thing I've ever heard. Pop out chat. All right, so while y'all are here, I just wanted to give you the format. I'm going to go over So what do you think he's going to do as a consultant that he wouldn't do as a head coach? I don't know. I mean, I would love to be a consultant for a D1 school, but you know. So this is what I was going to do. I'm going to go over our plays, what we run. So this is our whole play, and then I'm going to show you how we break it down day by day, and then go over a philosophy of how we get how I call the plays during that day from the plays that we're installing. And then from there, I got a couple of questions I'm going to go over, and then if y'all have any questions, I'll take those, and then that'll be the night. So, excuse me. We'll give it 2 more minutes just to see. I know this was a cluster right here. First time, growing pains. I wanted to try YouTube, but I know there's some more software out there that I'm going to get into. Something that one that a lot of companies use, and it's you can get up to 100 people in there. We can share screens and stuff like that. So I'm looking into that. But right now, YouTube's the one I know the best, so that's why we're using YouTube. You get 20 days through June and July. Dang. Did the 20 days count toward like 7-on-7, or is that excluding the 20 days? Because we get once May starts. Officially May is like when it starts in South Carolina for the most part. You got like a week or 2 here or there where it's a dead spot, but for the most part we do it. I wish my semi-retirement job was to get all the joy of coaching and not recruiting. That's nice. So just checking again, making sure. All right. Okay. That sounds good, Coach Jones. All right. Headphones getting mixed up. So let's get this thing on the road. I'm gonna pop my my ugly face out of the way and just show my screen, and then let's get into it. Okay, getting set up. So here we go. So what we do when we break down our install is we break it down to how many runs we want, passes, quick games, screens, and drop back protections. We don't do any trick plays or anything like that. That's something that we put in throughout the year from a week-to-week basis based on what we want. So right now, as you can see, I'm a very simplistic kind of coach. I want things that are really simple. Runs, we got our inside zone, we got our pin and pull, and we got our counter. That's it. Those are the only 3 runs we will run. Now, within those runs, we have some tags and things that we're going to use, but for the most part, when we're installing, we just want to go in and hit these 3 runs every single day if we can, or when it's the install day. That's what we want to do. We want to really focus every day on just one specific run so that the kids get used to it and they learn everything. The quick game, we only have 3 quick games. We have F stick and Y stick, so that's the stick concept to the slot guys. We have our corner concept to both slot guys. And then this is new this year, the fade out, where if you have a 2x2, number 1 goes vert, number 2 runs a 3-step speed out. If it's 3x1, number 1 and number 2 run the vertical, number 3 runs a 3-step speed out. And the reason why we put that in is we found when we run stick or corner, a lot of 4-2-5 teams or whatever would put their apex guy to our to the backside, and that would leave a lot of grass to the other side. So if we have stick going to the right, there was a lot of grass to the left side of the field. So I was talking to Coach Piscopo and Coach Taylor, and they were like, listen, this is a good concept you should put in. So I was like, shoot, yeah, if y'all do it, I'm going to do it. So that's why we put it in. Now, mesh, we have 3 different ways we do mesh. First day is always the normal way, and I'll draw that up if you would like me to. Then the next day we run mesh, but it's a mesh wheel, and then the third day is mesh return. If you want me to draw those up, just let me know, and I'll draw those up to show you how we do each one of those. So this is something we do every single day. Now, the drop back. We have 4 verts, we have our shallow series, and what we do is we tag the shallow series based on who is our best player. So right now we have 3 people that'll run the shallows. That's it. The F, the Y, and the L. The R, the tailback, they're not really going to do it. This is because we don't think they're good enough in the open field. We want fast guys to run the shallows, and those are only 3 on our team that do it. Screens, we got 3 screens. This is our quick screens, or the comets, or the keys, things that we do. That's day 1. Tunnel screen is just your normal tunnel screen that you do. We have mixed it up a little bit. Sometimes we'll do a tunnel, sometimes we'll do a read, which is a fast screen to the right, tunnel to the left. But right now we're just going straight up tunnel screen because I don't know if I've told y'all, but we've had a quarterback situation where our quarterback, just before the season started, he got in some trouble, some legal trouble. So we're now playing our wide receiver that was our number 1 wide receiver as quarterback. That's why we're kind of simplifying even more. So it's just straight up tunnel screen. And then the third one is a slow running back screen. We only have 2 pass protections, big on big and quit game. And the quit game is just our big on big, which is for us big on big 4 steps vertical. We're vertical setting for 4 steps, keeping shoulders square and locking on after that 4th one. Quit game is just 2 quick steps, and then our tackles are cutting the ends, and then our guard and centers, they're locking on whoever they're blocking. And then the RPOs, the way we base the RPOs is either on the screens or our quick game concept. That's how we can steal reps. If I went too fast, let me know. Is there anything that y'all want me to go over here before I show you how we break it down into the field zones and what we install and how we do it day 1, day 2, and day 3? Let me know. All right, so day 1. Inside zone. And we do 2 things inside zone. And I'm going to pull up something for y'all. Let me pull up Huddle, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the lock, inside zone lock. I'm sure a lot of y'all do it as well. We found that this was a pretty big thing for us. So just bringing it up. So here you go. So the lock for us is just the way, if for some reason y'all aren't really good on the pin and pull, we use the lock. So what we would do is at a 3x1, we would do our normal stuff, right? So gap, 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 and then we would lock on backside. And we would have this guy right here run a snag route, 1 yard behind the linebacker on the same side as the quarterback. And what I found, and I've noticed this with Georgia, research in Georgia, because they did a really good job of running the inside zone, is they have their tailback banging into the A gap, but he is reading the A gap, or in this case, it would be this backer right here. And what he does is he's pushing this A gap. If he sees this backer come into this A gap, well, then he will cut it back. If this backer just stays here or flies into this one, then he's banging it into the A gap. And when we started doing that, we have found that the cutback, it's a natural cutback, and that our players really get it. And we're banging it in the A gap. So if he bangs it in this A gap, we're getting at least 3 or 4 yards. And then once this guy shows, well, the center comes off and gets them, and we're able to bend it back. Now I know what you're saying, Coach, who are you reading on this lock? It's this linebacker right here. If he sits, then the quarterback gives. If he flies in, then the quarterback will pull, and he will throw the the snag route. You can do a couple of things backside here. What I found is I like the key 2, just in case it's like an oh crap, I have no idea what I'm doing. So if this guy comes and this linebacker shows up anyways, well, the quarterback has an outlet right here. We found that that actually works a lot of the time. So that is our day one. So inside zone, oh, that's not it. Let me pull it back up. Sorry. So our day one is inside zone and inside zone lock. 2 plays when really it's 1. The second, our quick game is stick. That's my bread and butter. I'm going to be honest. I think stick is better as a quick game than corner or than the flat out. I just think it's really good because, one, it's quick. It's really simple. You shouldn't get sacked ever. We could just have the center snap the ball, and the quarterback should be able to get the ball off before the entire defensive line comes at them. It's that quick. And plus, you're getting the ball to your best guy. The best guy is the Y and the F. The Y makes this offense go. The F is a really fast guy. You're getting the ball to him very fast. That is why it is the quick screen. And we work on that is our quick game. And we work on that at a 2x2, at a 3x1, at a 2-back push motion. We will rep the piss out of that right here. Our screens is our quick screens where we just catch, turn, and throw it. Sometimes we change things up where we want to give a quick flash fake, then throw it. But other times, no, we'll just catch, turn, and just throw. It depends on what you want to do. That's what we like to do. What we like to do, honestly, is just a quick flash fake, just to hold hold the defense just a second, and then throw it out there. That's what we do. And notice our screens are the same thing as our RPOs. So that's a way we can actually steal some reps right here because the screens is the same as the RPOs. Our drop back is 4 verts and scissors. I know a lot of y'all wanted me to talk about the scissors route, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, I'm going to bring my face up because I just feel weird not seeing my face. Sorry. All right, so here's the scissors concept. And I'm wondering, does anybody else here run the scissors? I found that it is a nice route concept to combat palms coverage. Bring that up. All right, so we only run scissors at a 3x1. And this is how we do it. Our normal big on big blocking. So he's out here. We got a 3-3 stack. So we just got our normal big blocking right here. All right, the single receiver, he's got a 3-step hitch. And we take that every single day, all the time, if it's there, regardless of what is happening front side. If we can take the gift, if they're giving the gift, we take the gift. That's simple. I'm all about that. Front side now. 5-yard and in. The F has a 10-yard post. The Y has an 8-yard corner. It is very important that the F goes first. He has to make his break first. He's on the line. That's what we're doing right here. And when you get really good at it, your guys are going to cross right at the same time. Now let's think about it. This is what happens. We're seeing a lot of this now. Well, when we go 3x1, this corner is locking up with this R right here. So he's gone. This is man-to-man. And now these two are playing read, cover 2 read on these two right here. Well, if this is him and this is him, he's shading inside for the most part. That's what we've come across teams are taught. And he's on this hash. He's about right here. If he goes vert, he takes him. So he's going vertical, and then he posted out, right? Or, yeah, posted out. The safety takes him. Now this backer, he's on an island. This is your best player. He's running a corner route. This Y has run the corner route so many times because we are running Y corner. He is running this on, well, really Y corner. We're running the piss out of Y corner. So we've got this. He's repping this at least twice a day. So we're running it, and now he's putting a little foot on the ground at 8 and running to the back pylon if it's inside the 20, front pylon if it's outside the 20. The quarterback, his progression is push, cross, plant, 1 to 2 to 3. And what we tell the R is find grass and settle up in grass. For the tailback, what we normally do is we just have him in the protection, but right now we're kind of messing with it. We're pushing him to the flat and actually I'm trying it. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It looks good right now, but we'll see when I call it in the scrimmage. I forgot to call this play in the scrimmage yesterday. But If we push the back, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and now that puts them really in a bind. So that is the scissors concept, and I really think it works well with Daytona, or that's what we call 4 verts, because this is how we run ours at a 3x1. I'm sure y'all do the same thing. Outside release, stay on top of the numbers. He is under, over, and getting to the hash. He is now on the hash, and he has got the numbers. And what we've actually done, and I've stolen this from watching Washington State, is when we teach the R and the L to read the hips of the corner. If they, and I know this is crude, but this is what we teach them. If the corner opens up and his dick points to the sideline, that is a man turn. You keep running. The quarterback will throw the back shoulder fade. If the corner opens up and his dick is pointed to the quarterback, well, then you get lost behind the corner, and then at 10 yards, you just sit it down. And it's surprising how well that actually works. Now, what are we telling our quarterback? We tell him, just like Mike Leach tells his quarterback, listen, you're starting the side that has the corner pressed up the most. So if this guy's pressed up and this guy's back, well, then we're starting here, and we're going outside, inside, and then we have our running back running a 3 to 5 yard check down. So it goes outside, inside, check down. If this guy, the left side, is pressed up and he is bailing, then we're going outside to inside to check down. And notice how it's still the same progression. Outside, inside, check down. Outside, inside, check down. It doesn't matter which side he goes. He just knows if he's going to the right side, it's outside, inside, check down. Or if he goes to the left side, outside, inside, check down. I know a lot of teams, and I did it too, you would, if it's a right-handed quarterback, would go from the left to the right to check down. Or if it's a left-handed quarterback, right to left to check down. I just find that that's too much time. That's great in 7-on-7 ball, but when the bullets are flying, you really only have 1, 2, 3 progressions before you have to get the hell out of the way. So that's what we do. Let's go back. There we go. So those are our drop back game. Our mesh is our normal mesh, and I will draw that for you. I'm a big fan of Hal Mummy's version of mesh compared to Mike Leach's. Please don't get mad at me when I do that. But at a 2x2, the 2 slot inside guys are running the mesh. The Y is always on top. If it's man, they keep up. If it's man, they keep going. If it's zone, they settle up and find the grass. All right. The F is running a 3-step speed out. The R has the corner. And then the back is swinging to the flat. And what we teach our quarterback is 1 push cross plant, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. All right. And the reason why I like that is it's always the same. It is always on the right side. You're going 1, you're going corner, flat, first mesh, second mesh, flat. Corner, flat, first, second, flat, regardless of the formation. And we only run this to the right side. We always run it from right to left, never from left to right, because I found that the kids really have a difficult time remembering it. If we go, we call this trio right. So trio right mesh, and then we turn around and we go trio left. Well, now the L has to go, oh, okay, now I have to run the corner. The R has to go, oh, okay, now I'm the mesh runner, and it confuses them. And I don't want confusion. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. And I forget where I heard it from, but I heard Coach Mummy say he runs mesh only this way. That's the only way he runs it. He does that, and it really works. So I was like, well, if the godfather of the air raid does that, I need to too. I've seen the results. They really speak for themselves. It's really good. If you're going to run the mesh, I would advise you to do it this way. And we would just pick one formation, and we would run it that formation for the day. Our pass protection, big on big, and quick game. Now for the plays. This is how I look at the plays. So I'll bring this down. All right. Please forgive my crude drawing. This is the football field. All right. And this comes straight from Hal Mummy, Mike Leach, the air raid tree. This is what they do. Coach Piscopo does this. Coach Taylor does this. A lot of coaches that follow the air raid and do it, this is what we do. You have from the -1 to the -5 is the backed up area. From the -5 to the -20 is the coming out. From the -20 to the roughly, I like to use the +35. That's the open area. 35 to 15 is the orange. 15 to 5 is the green. I don't like to call it a red zone. I like to call it the green zone because in my mind, green means go. I want our kids to go when it's that time. Red means stop. I don't want them to stop. I want them to score. And then we call from the 5 to the touchdown, the score area. That's what we do. So this is our thing. And what I'm doing is I am taking the schedule, the install schedule, inside zone, and I am mapping it to the area on the field. Okay? So let's look at it. Inside zone. What do I want to do right here when we're doing inside zone? From the -1 to the -5. Well, excuse me. If I'm in 2x2, I don't want to really throw the ball deep. So I'm thinking trio Zorro, and that's what we call our inside zone. And I'm going to call key 3. And I'm only going to have 3 plays right here. The next one, let's go. I want to take a shot, but not real. I want to take a shot if I have to. So I'm going to go trio scissors, just in case I think, and if I spell this wrong, guys, please forgive me. I'm a horrible speller. Trio scissors, and then the next one, I'm just going to go trio lock key 3, or Zorro lock. So those plays right here will go right here for the plays for the day. That's all I'm doing. So trio Zorro key 3, trio scissors, and then trio lock, trio Zorro lock key 3. So I've already gotten 3 plays right there. Those are the only 3 plays I'm going to call when we get in this situation. The coming out. Now, when I'm coming out and I'm thinking about it, I want a quick game just in case, they're coming up to me and they want to try to stop me. So I like to run the quick game right here at a dual. Let's go stick. All right. That's 1. Next, I'm looking at this. I want to throw a quick screen just to see what it is. So let's go trio, and what we call our quick screen is Randy. So R, Randy. That means the R, I'm going to throw the quick screen to you. Right now, I'm catch turn. I'm throwing it out there. That's what I'm doing. Then I want to run mesh because I think defenses like to play man-to-man in that area. So I'm going to go dual mesh. And then the last one, I want to see what they're doing. So I'm going to go trio Daytona. All right, so right now I'm going here. I'm going dual stick. What else did I say? Trio R Randy, dual mesh, and trio Daytona. So I already have my script. Now open, you put whatever you want. And for us, open, anything is possible. We can do anything we want. I like to really go for it. I want to score as fast as possible. So that's what we're going to do. Out of these plays, I'm going to call inside zone. I'm going to call mesh again. The quick screen, this is when I would call, let me bring it up. So we would have dual Zorro. Maybe this is when I would introduce some green, so green fast, because I love the push motion. And we would do Zorro Comet. Inside zone with a bubble screen to the Comet. I would run the scissors concept again. Trio scissors. Maybe I would lock up the quick screen just to show them how, keep them honest. Trio lock key 3. And then what else from right there? I've pretty much hit everything. Let's run some trio F stick. So then I would take these and I would put them back right here. So dual Zorro. We got green fast Comet. Oh, can't spell. We got trio scissors, but I don't need trio scissors because I've already gotten it right here. We've got trio lock key 3, trio lock key 3, and then trio F stick. Trio F stick. Now the orange, I want to take a shot, man. I don't know about y'all, but this area right here, I want to score, and I want to score fast. So I'm thinking trio scissors again. I'm thinking another lock because I want them to think that I'm trying to throw the bubble screen since the bubble screens is such a big deal. I'm thinking, so let's go lock. Dual stick. I'm thinking mesh because they may be going man. Notice how I'm using the same plays, and this is helping me as a play caller when we start practicing this stuff. I'm going to be going green, Zorro, lock, Comet. Where we're going to be basing the backside guy, push motion, base the backside guy, read that inside linebacker. Does he sit there? Then I have numbers for the Comet screen. I'm going to just catch, turn, and throw it. Does he chase that? Then I'm going to hand the ball off. Now I'm going back. Well, I don't need scissors because I already have it. I don't need the lock. I already have it. I already have stick. I already have mesh right there. The only thing I have to add is green, fast, Zorro, Comet. Up. Zorro, lock, Comet. The green, I'm running nothing but green from here. Every formation is going to be green. So it's going to be green, fast, Zorro, Comet. We're going to run mesh from that. We're going to run some form of lock, Comet, where we fake the Comet. And we're just going to go ahead and throw. We're going to call F Randy. So we have green Zorro Comet, or I'm sorry, green fast Zorro Comet, green fast mesh, green fast lock Comet, green fast F Randy. And all of that is from the green formation. And all F Randy is, I'm putting in motion, I'm catching the ball, and I'm just throwing it out there automatically. No read, no nothing. Just throw it out there, let them do what they can, and we're getting the ball to our fast guy, let him go into space. So here, green fast Comet, green fast Zorro Comet. We got green fast mesh. We've got green fast lock Comet and green fast F Randy. And then the score, we only have one thing really, that is the Zorro Comet, the mesh, and then we would like to run green fast corner, but that's the next day. So we're only going to work on these two, which we already have. So notice, here's everything we're going to play. We're going to install on day one. I wrote them all down. I already have all of my plays done. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 plays. That's it. That's all we're repping on that day. So 7 on 7, all I'm doing is taking that one. I'm calling all of these plays over and over again in 7 on 7. That's it. Inside, here's my inside drills right here. That all I'm calling during inside. Right here. Team, I'm just going ahead and what we do is we do a bandit drill, which we start with the ball in the -1, then we go -5, -10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, gold line. And what we do is we just alternate hashes. It's in the middle here, but then it's never in the middle again, because when you go back and you look at your offense, you are on the hash about 75% of the time. So it makes sense to practice on the hashes instead of right in the middle, never moving, never doing anything. Put it on the hash, moving down the field. So that is day 1 for us install. Now, day 2. Pin and pull. Oh, sorry. Am I going too fast? Any questions, y'all? Please let me know. I know I seem like I'm going really fast on this. It's because it's second nature to me. Is there any questions? I don't want there to be any confusion. If not, I'll just go ahead and head on and do what we're doing. All right. No questions? Great. So here we go. Day 2 is our pin and pull day. I love pin and pull. It's been in the past our best run and our best pass, which is insane when you think about it. But that's what we're doing all day today. Now our pin and pull is we have a snag with it, and snag is a route we're going to be working with our Y corner concept. So our run, the only run we work on is our pin and pull. The only quick game concept we're going to work on is our Y and F corner. The only screen is our tunnel screen. The only RPO is our snag, which goes back to the quick screen, the quick pass, which we do. Then we got our drop back. We're working nothing but shallow crosses. We're working the F shack, the Y shack, and the L shack. That's what we're doing. We're working mesh. Today for mesh, we're doing wheel, and let me show you how we do that. Let me bring that back up. So here's our mesh. The only thing that wheel does is it changes the R to a post. The F is running a 3-step out and up. And the progression for the quarterback is 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5. So it goes post, wheel, first mesh, second mesh, flat. That's all we're doing. We rep that every single day. Bring up the list. And then the protection is big on big. So we go back to this, and let me erase it. Get that big old eraser. Boom. Just erasing it, and I do the same thing. So, all right, backed up. What do I want? I want, if I'm going to be running this, I want green, fast, Giants. And the reason why I want to get in green when I'm back here is my thinking, most defenses, when they're pressed up, they actually like to go man. Well, if I push motion, what do? Do they take somebody out the box? If they do, great, I can run my pin and pull. If not, well, I have numbers on the outside. I'm going to catch, turn, and throw it. Corner, I like that, so I'm going to go dual corner. Because they're going to go man-to-man anyways. That's really simple. Just catch, turn, and just throw it to one side or the other. I dictate which one, either Y corner or F corner, based on which of my slots has the advantage. So going into a game, if I know that my Y has a better matchup against that safety to his side or that linebacker, I'm going to call Y corner. If I know that my F has a better chance at the matchup, I'm going to call F corner. So that's a week-to-week type thing. And then the next one is I'm going to call a shallow cross. So dual F shack. All right. So again, right here, we got green, fast, Giants, dual F shack, and then dual corner. There are my plays. The coming out. Let's see, coming out. I'm going to run dual L shack. I'm going to run trio Giants. I'm going to run trio corner. And then I'm going to run a tunnel because I think tunnel screens are pretty nasty. I really do, especially against teams that want to go man. So trio, what we call our tunnel is just belt and rake. So now I'm going to come up here, dual L shack. What else? Trio giants. Trio corner. Oh, can't spell. And then trio belt. Open field, we do what we want right here. Now I like to run in the open field on this day. It's really a run heavy day. I'm going to run dual giants. And what that is a little bit different. If we're running our giants at a dual, the guys know. So let's say we're running giants to the left. What we do is we will pin and pull going to the left. So on, let's say that guy's a beast. So we're pulling the center, pulling the guard, blocking on. Well, these guys now will block inside. So if the run is coming to you, then you have got to get somebody in the box, and we will push crack the safety here. If we have to leave anybody unblocked, we will leave that center. Backside, we will run the snag and then a 5 and in. That's how we run it from dual. Next, we will run dual corner because I want to try to see what they're doing. Then from here, we're going to go trio mesh wheel because I really like the wheel in the open field. What else do we have? I'm going to run the shallow cross again, this time with the Y. So dual Y shack. And then I'm going to run dual F shack as well because I like the shacks. I like getting my fast guy in space. So those are the only plays we will. All right, coach, are you running these in team or tempo period? When we go tempo period, it is just the run of the day. So let's say right now, day 2, we're running our giants concept. In the tempo, I would just be calling trio giants. And I've stolen this from, I want to say it's Chip Kelly when they do their tempo period. They start off on the 40, they put the balls already out there. So they don't have to worry about one guy spotting the balls and everything like that. They'll put a ball on the 40, then they'll put a ball 10 yards on the 30 on the right hash, 20 on the left hash, right hash on the 10, and then a ball right in the middle on the 2-yard line. And what they do is they huddle up. What we do, we huddle up. I'll tell them to play. I'll be like, okay, trio right giants. Well, and then we break the huddle and we run out there and they call the play. And then they have to do something. The quarterback has to keep up with it. So during tempo, he has to hand the ball off, throw the snag, throw the other shit, and then hand the ball off again. And what we do is we'll just do that. So then once that first one's done, if the ball is on the middle and then we go to the right hash, I'm on the sideline signaling trio left New York, which is just the pin and pull to the right. And he has to know. So we're doing that marching down the field. Once we score, we will celebrate in the end zone because that's a big thing. I got that from Auburn. We break it down, and then I'm keeping a tally. If they jump off sides, that's 5 push-ups. If the quarterback made the wrong read, that's 5 push-ups. If the wide receiver dropped the ball, 5 push-ups. At the end, I'll take my wide receiver coach. I'll say, hey, coach, they've got 20 push-ups. And then they do 20 push-ups while the twos come out, and they do the same thing. We do the same play over and over again. So that's. I hope that's what that answered your question, coach. And then also these are during team. I'm calling these during team. So 7-on-7, we're running nothing but corner, mesh wheel, the shacks, and all that, and we're going really fast. During team, I'm mixing them up. If I think that we did really well on inside, but not that well. Well, honestly, when I'm scripting it, I am looking to actually throw the ball a little bit more. On this day, during my pin and pull, I'll call more pin and pulls that day because it's a pass or run. It just kind of depends what you want to focus on. So, all right, and the orange. Okay, so we got these, and then I just pulled the dual giants, dual corner. I already got it, so I don't have to write it again. Trio mesh wheel, dual Y shack. And then I already have the F shack. Orange, I'm calling trio wheel again because I really like that. mesh wheel. I'm calling Y-Shack, F-Shack. I'm calling trio giants as well. Because actually, no, scratch that. I'm calling green fast giants. Notice how I'm stealing things from over here. Since I already have this, don't have to do it. Don't have to write that again. So I don't have to write anything in this play script. Green area for me is nothing but the green formation. So I'm going green fast giants. I'm going green fast corner. And then I'm going to go green fast R rake. And I'll show you what that means. That's a tunnel screen right now. All right, so green fast. So fast just tells the F to go in motion. And here's our tunnel. There, kick sliding for two pushes, then we're at a 45-degree angle. Like this. He is running as well. So everyone's running this way, and our R is going 3 up, 3 back, coming down the line. And all the quarterback's doing is pump faking, dropping back, and throwing the tunnel screen right here. I just played with this in the spring one time, and it worked really well. So this is like a little answer for us. The defensive eyes sees everybody running to the right, so they start flying, and then we got a guy coming right underneath them, getting the ball, getting upfield like that. It's worked so far. Hopefully we'll have some film on it later on this season. And that's going right there. So the only thing I have to write here is green fast R rake. And then scoring, I'm going green fast giants, green fast corner, and that's it. Those are the only 2 plays I'm working on in the scoring position. So day 2, here are the plays. This is the only thing we're going to run all day. So 7-on-7, shack, corner, L-shack, corner at a trio, mesh wheel, Y-shack. That's it. And we'll just rep that. And if you notice, you're getting a lot of reps during practice running these drills. I mean, these plays. So there's no excuse for your players to mess up when they're doing this every single day or every single time in practice. The corner route should be ran crisp because that wide receiver has been running the corner route the entire time. Same thing with the shallow series. Same thing with Giants in New York. The quarterback should know who he's reading because that's the only play that he has been doing when we're going inside run and all of that. So you're getting a lot of reps at up-tempo speed doing that. And that is day 2. Any questions, coaches, on that? I know I seem to be going pretty fast. We're kind of doing some good speed. We've been at it for 50 minutes. I don't know about y'all, but I'm having a blast doing this. I love talking ball. So then let me clear this out, and we'll go to day 3. And the beautiful thing about this is once you get to day 3, day 4 is just what you did on day 1. Don't change anything. So you don't have to do anything when you're making your scripts or your practice periods or anything. Once you're done with day 3, that should be set for the rest of the year. And that saves time for you to go home early and see your family, go out to eat, do something other than, football. Because it is a grind, man. All right, so day 3, we have a counter. We have a GT counter. I know that's Oklahoma's kind of been put that on the map this year, but we've been doing it. I like it. It's a way to get our big guys moving. The big guys like it. You can do a lot of things with it, so that's what we do. So our counter is the only run we work on. The quick game, is our fade out. We have a slow running back screen. RPOs, we're just going right back to the keys because we got to get really good at that. I feel that is a huge part of the offense that you have to get great at. I don't know about y'all, but it's like pulling teeth with our wide receivers. when it comes with pass blocking. So, well, I mean, not pass blocking, but blocking on the screens. So we work that 2 out of the 3 days. We take them to sleds. We go one-on-ones against our defense. That's what we do to get great at it. Our drop back game is Y cross, Y sail, and we only run that one way. All right? So let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the old school air raid style of Y cross and Y sail. I'll just do it here. At a green, we're push motion. So when I call caddy, the L knows that whatever the formation is, I always got an outside release vertical under the first color, over the second, 18 to 22 yards. We do a 15-yard dig, settle up in grass, push motion. If the F is to the right, the tailback knows he is to the left. That's simple. This is the only way we do it. The L in caddy always has a vert. The R in caddy, unless tagged, always has a dig. The Y is always running the cross. The tailback and the F, they got the flats to the opposite side, whichever side. So if the F is going to the right, the tailback knows he's going to the left. If the tailback's going to the right, then the F knows he's going to the left. That is the only way we do it. We do it at different formations, but this is what we do. And the reason why is I was sick of the Y being over here and the L going, oh crap, now the Y is to my side. I have to run the dig. The R is like, oh, I have to run the vertical. They never got it right. It really pissed me off. So I said, screw it. We're keeping it this way and running it only this way. And then with Y sail, it's just the opposite. He's always got an outside release vertical. He's got an 8-yard, I said that weird, an 8-yard out. He now has the 15-yard dig, and nothing changes right here. Flat, flat. So the R knows every single time he hears Y sail, which we call shark, the R has an outside release vertical, and the L always knows he has a 15-yard dig where he can settle up and find grass. It makes things really simple. The defense, who cares if they know? They still have to stop it. And if your play calling is that predictable, that's on you, not on the play design itself. Remember, we want to keep things simple. Those are the drop back. Mesh return. This is all mesh return is. So again, let's keep it out of green because the same rules apply as well. The L comes in. So remember how we run our mesh concept. The R always has the corner. Always. The Y and the L always have the mesh, but return, right before he gets to the middle linebacker, he puts the brakes on and then he returns it outside. He can, if it's man, he will bend it up. If it's zone, he'll sit down. And the same thing with the L. And the reason you want to call this is if you notice that they're walling off. They're sitting there, they're like, oh, screw you, buddy. We know what's coming. You see the linebacker turn and be like, I know you're coming, man. I'm going to get you. And then all of a sudden, you just put on the brakes and then you go away. And this guy's like, oh, crap, what's going on? That's when you want to call return. That's why we practice it. And then we got our quick game. So I just take that and I go right back here. Backed up. What would I call if I was backed up? Now, I want to call, I'm thinking in my head, let's go again. Let's go with green. I love green, so green fast counter, which we call rip and lip. Green, fast, rip. We'll go trio, mesh return. And then I'm a huge fan of Y cross, so I'm going to go dual caddy, which is our Y cross. So those three are going to go right here where it says plays. Make this big, 14. So green, fast, rip. What'd I say? Trio mesh return. And then dual caddy. Coming out, I'm going to go trio rip. I'm going to do mesh return again. And then I'm going to go trio shark. And this is how we run our trio shark. And if you don't, I really would advise you to run shark or the Y sail concept at a 3x1. this way because it really screws with the defense. So we got this here. So remember, we only run it one way. The R nose on Shark, he's got an outside release vert. We run him on a 3-yard out, and then we run him on the 8 to 10 speed out. He's running there, and then he's got a 15-yard dig, and it goes 1 to 2 to 3. Vert, out, flat. Coach Jones, GT counter? Yes, sir. The guard tackle counter, that's what we're doing. We don't have an H-back. If we have an H-back, let's say we have this guy right here. If this is our H-back, we actually run the counter. We'll run it this way. And this is what we've been toying with. I'm letting you in on something. We'd call it Ripper Lip Solo. And we actually have the tackle pull. And to keep things simple with our Y, block back, he's here. These two up. These two are here. Hold on, let me fit. Good Lord. Working to them. He's coming down to this guy. To keep things simple with our H-back, we always have him kick out. And now the tackle is wrapping up for that. That's our blocking scheme. That's how we do it. And the reason why is, okay, we have power. Please don't think less of me. We've put that in. We have our inside zone with the slice block kicking out. Everything that we're doing with the Y, he's kicking out. So we wanted to keep things the same. We always want to say, hey, H-back, whatever you're doing, you are going to be kicking out the last man on the line of scrimmage. And we found that really works with our guys. They know what they are doing. They go, okay, I'm going to the left, I'm kicking out. Or I'm on this side, I'm just kicking out. So they're kicking out on inside zone, divide. They're kicking out on their counter. They're kicking out on power. That's all they have to do. Therefore, we don't have that many coaches on offense. So when we send the Y with the offensive line in practice, he's the only thing he's working on is kicking out that C-gap player. And he gets really, really good at kicking it out. I know that's not the traditional way to run some things, but we have found that actually works for us. We don't have to worry about technique or anything like that, and that's what we do. When we run our pin and pull, he knows that he is now pinning the C-gap. So he is always in the C-gap. He knows what he's doing. It just works for us. I mean, seriously, try that if you're having difficulty with your guy. Just give him one assignment. And the reason why we pull the tackle instead of the guard, we're playing a lot of teams that are in that 4-eye, that bastard 4-eye where this guy is right there. Now, that's a difficult thing. If you're pulling him, he could shoot in. We've found that if you just block him out and pull the tackle, it kind of negates the 4-eye, and now the teams are screwed when they do that. So that's just a little thing that we have done. Getting back to this, the reason why we like the Shark from this formation, all right, like I've said before, this is locked on, so he's out of the way. Now he will run with the flat, the F, that opens up the out right here. That's really good, and that's what we like. Coach, show your stick, corner shallow, mesh with tight end. That's a lot, I know, or just pick 2, please. Yeah, let me just go ahead and get through this. This is just the last thing, and then I'm gonna answer the questions. I got your questions up, Coach, and I'll do it. And it's not that. So let's take this for example. Shark with, let's say, instead of flexed out, he's right here, which in our vernacular is tray. And it's like, can you see that? Where's the camera? I'm looking up here at my thing. It's just 3, and I'm going down like that. That's tray. That's what we're doing. And he still has the same thing. He's still running that right there. And it's actually a really good play. First off, they forget about the tight end. You know that. I've been preaching that for a while now. And second is this guy's more worried about the run. So if you really want to get nasty at it, give a little flash fake to the tailback. Just flash fake him and bring him across to the same thing. That will hold him, which will open this up. This linebacker right here is taught to bang this and take. Now who's got him? This safety. But the safety really, most of the guys I know, their safety is their eyes are in the backfield. So everything that we do, just the Y is flexed out, just bump his big ass down and put his hand down, and you do the same exact thing. And let me know, Coach, which one out of all of those, which would you rather me go over? Which two do you think? For you, honestly, for you, if you're talking about going under center, I know you would. I would work on stick, corner, and shallow. I really wouldn't mess with mesh because that is kind of time intensive, and I know your head coach probably wants to do something else. So let's go. All right, so we got rip, mesh return, and trio shark. So we're going here. We already got this. Trio rip. And then, oh goodness, trio shark. There we go. Let's go ahead, and where's my O? There it is. The open, well, I like green fast. Rip. I'm a big fan of our dual slow screen, and we call that Rose. And what we do on Rose is, since we run so much shacks, I'll show you how we do Rose right now with the hand down tight end, Coach, because I love you. So let's say we got Rose. What we would do, this would be ace, one finger, ace, Rose, like you're crying right there. And what that tells this guy, so he is push cracking the safety. That's what he's doing on Rose. L, you were just taking off. Vertical, just take your guy with you. Y, you're running your 10-yard dig, but you're kind of cutting it short, and you were blocking the middle linebacker, just getting in the middle linebacker's way. Because usually he will be dropping. So he's got the middle linebacker. The Y, you're running your normal shallow, but you're blocking. You're cross-blocking the back too. He's locked on. He's locked on. We're using on our slow screen the guards in the center. So we're going Rose is to the right. He now, oh. Right guard has got the sidewalk. The center has got the alley, and we're kind of messing around with the backside guard. We've done two things. We've done the rat kill to pick up anybody that's trailing, or what I kind of like, especially since our left guard is our dude, he's leading. And now all the tailback is doing is he's turning around 1001, 1002, then locking eyes with the quarterback. That's it. And then all the quarterback's doing is faking the shallow cross to the Y, taking a quick 3 steps, coming back, and just dumping it off, and then he's going. This is a way we can protect our shallow cross game. All right, so we're getting back here. I also like dual shark. I like trio mesh return. I like dual rip. And those are the only plays I like from open for this day. So we're going to go back and we're going to check. So I got green fast rip, already got it. We got dual Rose. Dual Rose. We got dual shark. Dual shark. We got trio mesh return, already done. Dual rip. All right, got that. Orange. I'm liking the mesh return. I'm liking the rip, and I'm liking the shark. So those 3 are already done. Don't have to write them. Green, I'm a big fan of the green. Fast shark. Can't spell. I like dual Rose again. I like green fast caddy. So we'll do that. So green fast shark. Dual Rose, don't have to do it. Green fast caddy. There we go. And then from here, I'm just doing that. Oh, I forgot. Also in the orange, I like dual fade out, which we call pound. I'm going to put dual pound. and then green fast shark and green fast rose, and then green fast rip. Now, for the slow screen, I know you're thinking, Coach, why in the world would you call a slow screen on the 3-yard line? They forget about the running back. Especially if it's man-to-man short yardage, they forget about the running back. You call it, especially in practice. Just try it. This is where you try things. Try green fast, dual rows, and then try green fast rip, green fast something, green fast fade out, where you're pushing the motion and you're still running the fade out to the Y side. Defenses, their eyes, especially in the in the red zone, or the goal line, I'm sorry. Their eyes, when there's motion, they go straight to the motion. They don't know who to look for. That's when you can try things. My favorite thing, honestly, is green fast corner. That is nasty. So green fast rip. And notice, I don't have to put anything. So here is the script for day 3. And I'm done. So 7-on-7, I got my plays, my passing plays, inside period and team run. I've got my plays. Team, what I would do is I would just call this straight from this, put the ball at the 1, and just do the bandit drill and just go straight down the list. That's what we do. It's really simple. And I want to show you how we do our so this is, you're looking at it like this is kind of stupid, but for the scrimmage, here is what we did for the scrimmage, and this is the call sheet. This is how I do it. Right here, backed up, coming out, open, orange, green, and score. And these are all of the plays that we worked on throughout the entire week. And this is what we did. And all I would do is drive openers is, okay, we come out, what play would we do? And I'd go right down the list. Let's say the first one, Ace L. Larry. Now, wherever the ball is after that play, I would look to find where we're at. So let's say we do Ace L. Larry, and then somehow it gets all the way in the orange. Well, I know the first play is Trey F. Move Rip. I'm calling it because it's right there, and then I just move right down the list. If it was good, I would put a check mark by it. It got about 5 or more yards. If it was bad, I'd put a minus on the other one. 2 minuses, I scratch it out. 2 checks, I go back and I have to call it again. And then I have my 3rd 1 through 3, 4th and 8, and 9+, and they just come right here. So that's how we game plan and structure practice so that we get good at the little things. And remember, with this, you have to embrace the boredom. All right, so that's how we install. And then day 4, we would just pull this up. Day 4 is actually day 1. And we would use the same script like we just did, and things would just roll from there. And that's how we install. So we're getting it over and over again. Before I get into the questions that I got from the email, any questions from y'all? Did I go too fast? Do I need anything to explain a little bit more? Just let me know. Let me pull this back up. All right. I know there is some lag. So all right. Let me pull up the questions that I had from other coaches. And all the stuff that I pulled up and done, I'm going to put into a zip file, and I'm going to upload them to the website. So you're going to have the install schedule. You're going to have the scripts. I will put the call sheet and everything. So red zone installation and RPO versus man. So the first question, let me bring it up, is from Coach Steve. He goes, what is RPOs versus man adjustments? All right. Here is my favorite one. Now, we only have one, and this is where we get into it later. Let's say we got inside zone lock called. What we will do is we will run a pick route. So they're in straight man, like this. All right. Cover 0, you're like, oh crap, I don't know what to do. We will call inside zone, lock it up. So everyone's got their play side gap, locking up. This is our read. We run pick, and this is all pick is. He is running a speed out, but his aiming point is the inside or the outside shoulder. Excuse me. He doesn't want, he's not going to go and set a pick like a basketball player, but he's going to run his out like as a speed out, whip his head around, and then just jog after that. The F is going to take one step outside, plant, and then now he is running the slant. And the quarterback is still reading the same guy. If the quarterback sees this guy sit there, then he hands the ball off, and the running back is still banging that A gap. If he sees that linebacker coming to that A gap, he's going to cut it back. If that linebacker stays there, he just bangs it in the A gap, gets 3 or 4 yards to live to play another day. If this linebacker shoots this gap, well, then the quarterback will pull, and then he will throw it right here. Now, Coach, you're saying what happens if they do banjo, where he is sitting inside and he is running outside? Well, if that's the case, if you know it's banjo, then freaking call Daytona or something like that. Just go ahead and call Daytona switch, where he now is running, which we're getting into advanced stuff, but he now is running to this hash, and he is running straight up the field. Well, think about it. They're running Daytona. They're running banjo. If he's coming inside, what banjo says is, okay, I'm taking anything that comes inside. I'm taking anything that comes outside. Where the F is coming inside, the safety will go with them. 9 times out of 10, this safety is going to go with them as well. He's already on the outside. All the quarterback has to do is just throw it in a catchable ball right there, and you punish them. So those are the 2 things I would do against man-to-man coverage right there. And the best play-action pass routes off of inside zone, Y-cross. Y-cross is the greatest concept, I think. It is amazing. That's what I would do. Coach, high fives and butt slaps, man. I really don't know where I came up with that. I just really like it. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't creep people out. But you got to have a catchphrase. Mine's a weird one. But this is what I would do, Coach Steve, against the best play action and everything is Y-cross. For RPOs against man, I'd run a pick, and then if they're doing banjo, go ahead and call a Daytona switch and switch these 2 right here. Coach Jeremy said, how do you teach the scissors concept? I already did that in the beginning. It's right there. It's really beautiful. Again, I'll draw it up real quick. You got a 5 and in. The F is on the line of scrimmage on this. The Y is off. He's got a 10-yard post, 8-yard corner. Right now I'm kind of just thinking of just sitting right here. He's got a 3-yard hitch. Quarterback, 1, 2, 3, check down. Or oh shit. If you got this all the time, take it. Coach Smalley, for the 2-way players, how do they learn the whole offense if they miss every other day to be on defense? Honestly, if you're going 2-way players, I would cut some things out. So let's get back and look at the install. This is what I would do if I was y'all. Here's the install, right? I got 2-way players. What I would get rid of. I would keep these because most of the time that's simple. I would take out fade out. I would take out mesh return and wheel. Honestly, I would take out scissors and scissors, and I would only keep the Y-cross or the shallow series to just one person running it. The screens, you could take out the quick screen, just run a tunnel. That's what I would do because you could fold the quick screen into the inside zone or whatever. Also, if I was going to do an RPO, I would only do the snag concept with the pin and pull. And then that's it. You really can do it. So every other day, I would do inside zone and pin and pull. And then when they come back, I would do inside zone and counter. I would put stick and corner together. That would be it. I would do mesh. That would be it. If they're doing every other day, so Monday, 4 verts and shallow. You can pair those up. They come back Wednesday, Y-cross and sail. And just keep it the same, man. Just don't get into the habit of if you watch something Saturday or Sunday, you're putting that shit in on Monday. No. Have a core group. If I had 2-way players, I would actually use only 2 formations, and I would use tempo. Now I know what you're saying, Coach. My guys are going both ways. They're going to be tired. how in the hell can I go both ways? Well, or how the hell can I go tempo? Well, if your guys are tired and you're practicing tempo, imagine what the other team is doing. Because I guarantee you're not the only one going two ways and can actually do tempo. If you have guys going both ways, then your opponents have guys going both ways. It now becomes my guys know they're going both ways and they're using tempo. And the other guys are like, oh crap, I don't know what to do. So that's what I would do if I had people going both ways. Coach Sonny, you said, how do you ensure that your quarterback is well enough prepared in advance? Example, quarterback must know his reads before play is inserted. Before we do our install, we have our quarterbacks. I usually get them on during lunch. That's the only time I can. Get them on the board, and I would show them the play, and then we would go on the field. Now, they're going to suck the first time you put a play in. That's just how it is. But when you keep things the same, day 4 is actually the first. So let's come back here. Day 1 is also your day 4. So day 1 install is going to suck. But then your day 4 should be better than your day 1 because you've done this like twice. So your guys should remember it. Then what's that? 5, 6. Day 7 is actually this. So your guys are repping it over and over and over again, and they're going to get great at it. You can't expect to go out there, draw up a play, and think, okay, they're going to get it. They're going to know what to do. No. That first day is you need to teach them by installing. And then spring, you should have the same thing. What we do in spring, this is our spring install. And then once we're done with spring and fall install comes, we're not changing anything up. This is our fall install. So they're seeing it over and over and over again. They were repping enough. They know it. Don't worry about thinking that when you come out there that very first day, they should be lighting motherfuckers up. No, that's not how it goes, man. They're going to make mistakes. Try to film it so then the next day they can see what it is. And the beautiful thing is if you look at corner. So let's bring up the corner concept. All right, at a 3x1. You kind of get some carryover. So here's the corner concept. This is what we got. We got a corner, we got a snag, we got a flat. All right, really crudely drawn, we teach our progressions. 1, corner, flat, snag. Well, what does this kind of look like? This right here kind of looks like mesh, right? Meshing. Right there. Now, what's the progressions on mesh? Corner, flat, mesh. Well, where's that mesh at? The snag. So he's still looking at the corner. He's still looking at the flat. He's still looking at the snag/mesh. Well, let's look at stick. Okay? This is how we run stick. Let's say we're running F stick. He's got the stick route. He's got the flat. He's got the vert. Well, what is it? Peak, 1, 2. Well, we're going deep where the corner route is. We still got a flat, and we still got a hitch right where the snag is, right where the mesh is. So your guys are getting multiple progressions where they're looking at. They've got areas on the field that they're looking at every single day, and those areas are the same. So don't worry about it. Your guys are going to get it. And I know I'm on a soapbox here. I just thought about it. For some reason, coaches think the air raid, they have to know where to go, and it has to just look crisp. Do wing T coaches think like that? Do their buttholes get all tight when they're like, the power doesn't look good or the buck sweep doesn't look good? No, they don't, because they know it takes practice. It's the same thing with this offense. It takes practice. All right, let's see. How do you alter the Coach Jesse says, how do you alter the wide receiver splits based on the play? This is what it is. Outside guys, you're top of the numbers, always, wherever the ball is, outside of the numbers. Y, you're about 4 yards from the tackle. F, you split the difference. If it's on the other side, top of the numbers. If it's 2x2, the slot split the difference from the R. And the reason why we want the top of the numbers is so if we do throw it vertical, they have the top of the numbers to the sideline. That gives them a lot of room to go. I've tried the Baylor splits. I like the Baylor splits. I'm kind of tempted to go back to the Baylor splits where, you're right here. But in high school, every time, after every play, whether they come off or not, at least in South Carolina, the wide receivers have to run to the top and then run back. And I don't like that. So just stay your ass at the top of the numbers so you never have to go anywhere. It helps you play faster. I need to exit some of these things. Let me see. Coach Jones, our players are playing both ways. Good to know. I hope that helps. That's just my thinking. We have a lot of guys going both ways this year, and that's what we do. Coach JM, with your simplified air raid course, I noticed it is run out of either two backs or trips. Is there any way you can run this out of doubles? Yeah, you can run it out of doubles. You can. What we do is we run trio, two back push motion, and 2x2. The reason why we do a lot of 2-back or 3x1 is because the ball's on the hash a lot, and I like to get into 3x1 a lot because it stresses the defense. So that's what we do. If not, though, everything that we run, you can, besides the shallow cross series, you can run at a 2x2. It's perfectly fine. Coach Michael, can spread be run from under center? It can, but you can't run any RPOs. But the air raid started originally from under center with BYU. You can totally do it. It's just, quick game is now 3 steps. The drop back game is now 5 to 7 steps. But you can still do everything other than the RPOs. So don't worry about it. Coach John, using air raid and up tempo, how many of your guys are two-way players? Off the top of my head, 5 are two-way players right now. After the next scrimmage on Tuesday, it will probably be more because we lost a lot on defense. Most of our offense is coming back. Right now, our head coach is trying not to use that many offensive guys on defense, but after last Saturday, we got one more on Tuesday scrimmage, and then it's all hands on deck, man, and which is fine because that means I can now steal some guys from defense as well. So I foresee half going both ways, and that's another reason why you really have to simplify it so your guys know it if they're going both ways. You don't want to teach them too much. Coach Hatchett, do you use play call sheets? If so, how do you format it? I do. I will leave a link down below how we do it, and you can see you can change it. You can do everything you want with it. That's how we do it. Coach Sasser, this is our second season running the spread. The first using your air raid concepts. Our preseason opens up in 12 days. We are not allowed any football contact. Oh goodness, this is a long one. Hold on. Let me format this. Or just get that thing water. We are not allowed any football contact with the players until then. The first 2 days of practice will be mostly offense. What's the question? Sorry, guys. That's a big one. All right, I'm going to have to pull this one out. I'm going to post that on we're not allowed. So this will be our first Y concepts and inside zone with the base blocking RPO, which I'm excited about. What do you think my progression should be for installation? We are a small team with many players going both ways. The first 3 days of practice will be mostly offense. What I would do is I would go to this install for you. I would do inside zone, lock. So day 1, normal inside zone. Day 2, inside zone with a lock. Day 3, pin and pull. I would get rid of counter. That's what I would do. Get rid of counter. I would keep these 2. Maybe only run it to your best player. So if your best player is the Y, just run Y stick, Y corner. If it's the F, run nothing but Y, F corner, F stick. I would use mesh. I would use, if I was starting this from scratch, I would get rid of 4 verts and scissors and just run these 3. Shallow, Y cross, Y sail. These 3, I would do 1 RPO, your snag game, and then I would use these 2 screens. That's it. That's all I would use, especially if I only had that limited amount of time, because you can inside zone and inside zone with the lock backside. That has a lot of carryover. Pin and pull, that's your outside zone, that's your outside run, and then you really don't have to do this. You can get shallow, Y cross, Y sail. You're attacking the deep part of the fields. Right here, just again, quick game to your best player, normal mesh. That's it. That's all I would do. Let's see. I think that's all the question, coaches. Yeah, that's it. Well, coaches, I hope this is all right. I know we had a little difficulty with how things went. We will get this better. I promise. Growing pains. This will be up on the website within the next day or so. I'm gonna put it up tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and download it in the morning and do that. If you have any questions, again, post on the forum, send me an email. Thank you so much for being here. Like Coach Brian said, high fives and butt slaps. I hope you got something from this. And until next time, coaches, let's continue to master the spread, score points, and have fun. And then I will click this and have a good night.